couple of months ago, I did a whole month of zombie-themed videos, and I really wanted to talk about the Wyrmwood movies, but I just didn't have enough space on the schedule, really, so I bumped it. And I figured the mini timeline month would be a great place to stick it, since it's only 2 movies. This is another one that I don't really think a lot of people talk about, so it was one that I was hoping to spread the word on. But does it make any sense? Or does that early bird get it? Because of the worm. The road starts in 2014 in the land down under with Wyrmwood, Road of the Dead. And we've got a group of guys in heavy padding up against a bunch of zombies. And then flashes back to one day earlier with a bunch of meteors coming down, and then Barry here, who has a wife and daughter, and also Brooke, who witnesses a friend spontaneously become a zombie and attack. She's Barry's sister, and soon enough, it's a full-scale outbreak with the undead everywhere, and these ones emit some sort of mist from their mouths. Brooke encounters a couple of SWAT-suited guys who knock her out, but it's too late for Barry's wife and daughter, who both turn, forcing him to kill them and almost himself. Brooke ends up in the hands of a disco-dancing mad scientist who experiments with her, and Barry meets another survivor named Chalker, who accidentally gets killed by Benny. The pair end up in a garage with Frank and his friend, and they discover that the gas that pours out of their mouths is flammable and can be used as a form of gasoline, taking us back to the beginning of the movie. In trying to retrieve a truck, the assistant is bitten, so they use him as fuel. And meanwhile, Brooke discovers that a side effect of the experiments is control over the zombies. And this was the debut feature of Kia Roche Turner, and it apparently cost a mere $180,000, which is pretty surprising because it looks like quite a bit more. It was shot over the course of 4 years with the small crew, only shooting on the weekends, similar to the story of Peter Jackson's Bad Taste. Originally, the character of Chalker was supposed to be in the full film, but when the actor was no longer able to commit to the whole thing, they killed him off and replaced his character with Benny. Meanwhile, if it seems like the zombies are sometimes fast and sometimes slow here, it's because they breathe the gas during the day, but at night they use it, so they're slower in the day and faster and meaner at night. Frank gets bitten, so they have to shoot him, and eventually the 2 groups meet and are told that only those with the blood type A negative are immune. All other blood types turn into zombies, and eventually Brooke is able to use her newfound skills to escape, and a brother and sister are reunited. Benny gets shot and the soldiers capture them, so Benny lets himself get bitten and attacks, but is shot. Brooke also takes a bullet, leaving only Barry and the captain left to duke it out, with the soldier being set on fire before being put down by a reanimated Brooke. They then go to take down the rest of the program, and there's no visible date here, so we're putting it in real time, and this is 2014. The movie did really well, and afterwards, Roche Turner, along with his brother Tristan Roche Turner, attempted to get a TV series off the ground entitled Wyrmwood Chronicles of the Dead. This had never happened, but they shot a teaser clip in 2017 to help get it made, showing the scientists conducting further experiments and a female test subject escaping, with Brooke and Barry both returning, leading a horde of weapon-toting undead. That never appeared, but a sequel did in 2020 with Wyrmwood Apocalypse. It starts in mid-action with Brooke and Barry back with her fighting her bestial side. And we then jump to another time, and it's quite a while after the first film, judging by these hash marks on the wall. I was able to count at least 520 marks. Yes, I actually counted them all, but you can't see them all. But this is at least a year and a half after the outbreak began. Reese here has built himself a little compound, and he's collecting people to give to the scientist because he thinks they're working on a cure. And apparently, Barry killed his brother. There's two girls that are Benny's nieces, and they have something that will stave off the infection, and Maxie here looks so much like him that I'm surprised that the actors aren't related in real life. Grace gets captured by the surgeon, who is having transformation issues of his own, but when Maxie tries to get her back, Reese ends up catching her too. However, that's how he realizes what really happens to the people that he turns over. So he has a change of heart, and it's revealed that his brother was the captain from the ending of the first film, and then ends up in the hands of the Double Bs. They all end up teaming up with the intentions of taking down the surgeon, who has come up with a pill to hold off the effects of the infection. But the pill is the people that he's been capturing, ground up like so much of Soylent, I guess, yellow. They then lead a full-on assault on the lab to save Grace, and end up facing their kinda remote control mecha zombie. And just when all seems lost, it seems that Grace also has the abilities and is able to help out. Eventually though, Brooke fries the big guy, Maxie caps the colonel, but the surgeon escapes. Both Brooke and Barry end up staying behind, sacrificing themselves to destroy all traces of the lab, with Reese and Maxie escaping, but it's too late for Gracie, and the surgeon goes full zombie. But wait, don't count the G out yet, since she tears up the dock and the sisters reunite. Reese tries to kill himself, but they stop him, and the three vow to continue the fight, as it's then revealed that the bees are still alive after all. Just a little toasty. Again, there's no date here. We just know that it's at a minimum a year and a half, but I don't think it was the real time of 6 years. I don't know, I guess 2.5 sounds fair. So we're gonna put this in 2016. So there you have it, 2 movies that actually have a pretty solid timeline. Continuity-wise, they make sense. Even though they were shot several years apart, they do feel like they flow one into the other. It's basically one continual storyline, although there is definitely a time jump in between the 2 movies. Not totally clear how long it is, but it doesn't really matter. These are a lot of fun. I enjoyed these movies quite a bit. Good zombie flicks done on a low budget, with some surprisingly cool characters and some great cinematography and camera work. Cool movies. I would check them out if you haven't. If you have seen them and enjoy them, let me know that below in the comments. If you just didn't care for them, let me know that too. I want to know. If you like this video, hit that like button. If you enjoy what you see on the channel, consider hitting the subscribe button and the little bell to get notified when new videos come out. And if you think about it, go to my Patreon page at patreon.com/movietimelines. You can become a patron like these guys. They help support the channel, which is pretty awesome of them, and I thank them. And I thank you just for watching these videos, and I will see you very, very shortly for another great one. Thanks a lot, guys, and bye-bye.